So what I'm getting from you is that in coaching there are two key fundamentals. One is that you're in a position where you feel psychologically safe, but also the person being coached has some courage. Oh, you use a different word, but has some brave.
The psychological safety facilitates psychological bravery.
Yes, psychological. Yes. Curious about, because would you say these are important in all change work and coaching?
Absolutely. Without psychological safety, anything you do following that, if that's not present, then you're probably going to end up doing things that might be overly confrontational and maybe even unethical and cause harm and trigger trauma, for example. So that's the reason why psychological safety is so important. But for the benefits of development and transformation, just feeling safe isn't enough. The client needs to feel brave enough to share something that previously they might have had an inertia to share.
No. I find it fascinating, because it ties in with the research I've looked at as to what makes coaching and all other interventions work, and these things seem to have an absolute key.
So with AI coaching, it's very similar in the sense that AI has to at least provide a quarantined environment where there's safety for the individual, but there's also enough encouragement for them to have the courage, as you say, to actually come up with some kind of reflection or engage with something within themselves. Now, it is a simulation. It's an interactive simulation of what a human coach would do. And it's really important to recognize that it's a simulation. It's not what you call an emulation, where it's an exact copy of what a human coach would do. It's, like I said, it's a facsimile. It's just an approximation to what a human coach might actually do. So all of this has to happen in a way that, and the way that you typically will know that the psychological safety and bravery are in place is if an empathy kind of appears between the client and the coach. So any kind of intervention has to be one that empathically empowers the client to realize their goals and potential. If that empathy isn't there, because of a lack of psychological safety or a lack of psychological bravery, then you're going to find that what you're doing in terms of law of conservation of energy, it's not sustainable. Soon enough, the person will shut down, or they'll start talking about something else, and they won't feel brave enough to carry on working on what really actually needed transformation. So that empathy is really, really important. And if it can't do it, in case of an AI, it's got to at least do basic rapport stuff to do with acknowledgement, sympathy, those kind of things. And all of this has to be tracked if it's an AI, in terms of analytics, monitoring the conversations, make sure boundaries aren't being crossed, all those kind of things. So that's kind of comparison, if you like, between artificial and...
Okay, that's good.